Hey, Shalom. This is Shalom from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. That's the name of the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and peace and safety to the elect men, women, and children that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who are the 12 tribes of Israel today that consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and confusion of faith. Shalom to the elect. On the screen, you see a military presence for the 4th of July. Donald Trump thought it was a great idea to have a military presence during the 4th of July parade. But, you know, this devil, he really has a lot of pride in his military, which is one of the, it's really one of the, supposed to be the strongest militaries on the planet, but it's not so strong now because the Lord has put the spirit on these other nations to make their weapons stronger and far more advanced than what the United States, aka Babylon the Great, the type of military and technology that they have. You know, these other nations are their weaponry is stronger than the Americans, and that's what's going to take this place down. And all of this is being done because the Lord, his day is approaching very fast. So he's actually going to put the spirit on these other people, on these other nations outside of the United States to help bring this place down. And it's really the worst time ever to join the military. You know, you people that are looking at, you know, of course, not in the truth, but, you know, you people outside of the truth that think that you can join the military because it's going to pay for your school and it's going to pay for this and pay for that. And also a lot of you people that went to the military that's still of age, you're going to be called out to fight in this next war, which is pretty much already up and going. You got Syria, you got Iran, you got Israel, Russia, Japan, China, North Korea, Iraq. You know, you have all these great countries gearing up for war, and it's gonna pop off really, really soon. As soon as you think. For you people that think that we have extra time, the time is really drawing down really fast. But before I go any further in this video, I'm gonna get a few precepts, and I'm gonna start off with Revelations 12. Actually, I'm gonna start off with Revelations 19 before I get there. Revelations 19 and 19. And so I don't get any interruptions, Shalakia, 1 second. Okay, it says, this is Revelations 19 and 19. It says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth. So that lets you know that this beast system consists of the kings of the earth. The beast is actually NATO, and you see it right here, the kings of the earth. They're talking about all of these other countries that has a military. It says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So we already know who's him that sat on the horse. They're talking about Yahweh Shai. So here it is, the armies, the kings of the earth and their armies. I mean, it's not gonna say the United States of America Army, North American Army. They're talking about the kings of the earth, and the kings of the earth are, actual kings and presidents and leaders of these other countries outside of America as well. So they're all going to get together and make war with Yahweh Shah when he returned. That lets you know that they're not going to be expecting that picture of, they actually going to be expecting the picture of who they call Jesus Christ, the the white man with the blue eyes that's in every church and damn near every home of Christians. They're gonna be expecting that image, but they're gonna get the image that's depicted in Revelations 1. They're gonna get a so-called black man. He's gonna have a great power. So the armies are gonna actually try and get together and fight. And it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets that wrought miracles before him, and with which he deceived, Shalak says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So, all of these armies and these militaries, they're gonna get burnt up. And I'm gonna also get that in 2nd Esdras 13, and I'm gonna start at 3. It's a pretty detailed precept here. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So when the Lord comes back, when the Lord Yahweh Shah comes to go into battle with these armies of the earth, they're gonna be super afraid. They're gonna be shaking. They're gonna be trembling. They're not gonna know what's going on. They're gonna think that it's a UFO, and it's full of small green men, because Esau the devil has put these images out to make you think that there are aliens out there and they're in UFOs. So when you see a UFO, which a lot of people see them, you think that there are aliens in them, but they're really angels. And that's how the Lord is going to return. That's how he left, and he's going to return the same way. But it's excuse me. And it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. There's that fire again that was talked about in Revelations 19 that I just read. And it says, after this I beheld, and lo, and there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the earth, of the heavens, Shlakia, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet does fight. So the military, they're still gonna have that pride that they have. Their weaponry is gonna be enough to take Yahweh Shah down, but they're gonna fail. Not only are they gonna fail, he's gonna burn them up like it's nothing. And it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And a tempest is pretty much like a tornado or a hurricane. You know, it's like a whirlwind. And it says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So the Lord, there's nothing that can take him down. And this army is gonna try. This army is actually gonna try and fight the Lord. That lets you know the pride of Esau. But I'm gonna get a few more precepts on why it's you'll really be stupid if you join the military right now. And let's go to Joel. And I'm gonna read I think my point is in 22 and 20. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. That northern army is talking about North America. And it also could be talking about Russia, because those are the two great northern armies. But I really want to say that this is talking about North America, which is the United States. It says, and will drive him, they talking about the North American army, will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his hinder part towards the upmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. So that's talking about, again, this United States military. The Lord is going to come back. This place is going to be desolate. It's going to be nothing left. Not only is he's going to do it over here, he's also going to do it over in the Middle East, around the time of what they call Armageddon, when the all of these armies, all of these different armies are going to actually be in battle, but it's going to be they're going to come into the valley of decision or judgment, which is called Jehoshaphat, and in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat. Basically means the Lord's judgment. But let me see. Here it is. I actually skipped over it. It says, behold, in those days, and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, that's the Lord gathering us together, the Israelites, you know, the people that's going to be chosen out of Israel. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, or like I said before, Yahweh Shaphat, which means judgment, and will plea with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So the Lord is going to, you know, put the spirit on these different nations to gather together in this valley of judgment, and there he's going to judge them. And when he comes to judge, it's going to be done by fire. Matter of fact, let me get another precept before I close this up. But just making a point, this is the wrong time. You people in the military, people look up to you, but I actually look down on you because you making a dumb decision in these days to still be running with this devil, and you know that it's the end, and you hear these precepts, but you probably thinking, well, that's not gonna happen to me, you know, that's gonna be a long time from now. No, that's gonna be really soon. Excuse me. So I'm gonna get Revelations 12, and I'm gonna start at 7. It says, "And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven." So, that dragon is talking about, this devil that's ruling the earth right now. That's gonna actually be a real war in the heavens, and the Lord, you know, He's gonna send out the angels, Michael and the other angels, the other war angels, and they're gonna take this devil down. That's what this Trump making this. What is it? The space, some type of space army or space force he's trying to come up with. They know that their time is winding down, and they're gonna try and still keep it going by putting military everywhere. Military is actually gonna fail. And let me see. I think I had one more in Revelations 17, and I think it's at 14. It says, "And these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful." So I have faith in the Lord, that the Lord Yahweh, not Jesus Christ, but the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that he's going to take this place down, and he's going to come and destroy everything. Not only that, you got Leviathan. If you don't know who Leviathan is, it's basically an animal that's here already, that's gonna come out and do a lot of destruction that the military they can't come against. Not only that, the animals are gonna turn on you, the birds. Then you have the 144,000 saints. Then you have the angels from heaven, Michael and his army. Then you have Yahweh Shai. So it's pretty much over for you. And you'll be a real idiot right now if you're talking about joining this devil's military after hearing these precepts. So with that, I hope that this was edifying. And until next time, I say Shalom. And all praises once again to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And Shalom to the elect.